Tip number 1. I think this is one of the more important tips. This tip is to not rush through your narration. But why is rushing through your narration a bad thing in the first place? Well, when you rush through your narration, for the most part, people will be able to tell. And honestly, rushing through your narration will often make it sound worse. Another reason why rushing through your narration is bad is because you'll often stutter a lot more. Honestly, if you want to go for a more professional look, you don't really want a whole lot of stutters. Now here's what you can do instead of rushing through your narration. When you're narrating, at the end of each sentence, take a small pause. Now make sure the pause isn't too long though. You don't want an awkward long pause in your narration. Again, take a small pause, give yourself a second to look over the next sentence, and then move on. Tip number 2. You don't have to have a continuous audio recording of your narration. It is okay to stop recording and then continue. However, try not to do this in the middle of a sentence. Try to only do this when you are already at a complete stop. This tip is helpful because if you do this, you won't feel as much of a need to rush through your narration. Tip number 3. Make sure to ask for permission before you narrate a story. This is very important because if you don't ask for permission before narrating a person's story, it can be considered content theft. Now, just because a story is posted online and is free, doesn't mean that it is free to narrate. This tip is very important to know because it can help you avoid a lot of hassle in the future.